Hi, fifth graders. Can you believe we are nearing the end of the school year? We only have a few days left until you are all on your way to middle school and to all of the amazing things that you are going to accomplish in middle school. But before we do that, we are going to do a little reflecting on your experiences in fifth grade. So for the next 2 days, you are going to be working on your memory books. Now, you should have a hard copy of this memory book that you picked up during material distribution. If not, a PDF is attached so you can always print it. So after watching my video, you're going to get started on your memory book. You don't have to finish it today because, like I said, we're working on it tomorrow as well. But let's go ahead and take a look at what is in the memory book if you haven't already. So again, this is the PDF. If you need to print it, you may print it. If not, you should have it already. So our cover says Grade 5 Memory Book. This is totally awesome. This totally awesome record of our school year belongs to, so you're going to fill out your name here, my motto for this year. Your motto is sort of like a saying or a belief that you held throughout the year. So for instance, my motto throughout this year was, don't be afraid to try new things, or keep up the hard work. It will help you in the long run, or some sort of saying that you have for yourself that helps you to stay motivated. A bit about me, so you're going to fill out your favorite color, subject, team, movie, breakfast, something you got better at, your hobbies, 5 words that describe you. You can either draw a picture or cut one out of yourself. Maybe you can take a picture and print it and cut it in there. Your feelings about this school year. A day in the life of a student like me. So before school starts, what does your routine look like? What happens at the beginning of the day, during the morning meeting, in the middle of the day? What happens in the later afternoon or at the end of the school day? And after school is over, what does your evening look like? Boys and girls, I want to point out that this is all in black and white, and there's plenty of space for you to add color. So you should be adding lots of color throughout this as well. Of course, we don't want to just see gray, black, and white. If you have colorful pens that you want to use, markers, crayons, colored pencils, anything, make this book really come to life, because down the road, years and years from now, when you take this out and you look back at it, this is going to be so valuable. Trust me, as somebody who has gone through all of school, looking back through these types of keepsakes is so fun, and you get to see what your life was like back when you were younger. You may think that you'll remember everything, but as you get older, some things slip your mind, and it's so nice to be able to go back and look at what your life was like during this time, and maybe even one day show, if you hold on to it long enough, your kids or grandkids what your life was like. This page is about your teacher, so you would include your teacher's name and a picture if you have it, what you like about your teacher, what you'll remember most, what your teacher likes, what your teacher does not like, and it says these are all the other teachers I had this year, so you may want to put me in there, Mr. Benson, and any of your specials teachers as well. What a class. As a class, we are great at, but our biggest strength is 3 words that describe our class perfectly, the number of students in your class, how many have your hair color. You may not know this. If you don't know something, it's okay. You can leave it blank. How many have a younger sibling? How many have an older sibling? Again, if you don't know this information, that's perfectly fine. Moments to remember. Fill out some of your favorite memories. More moments to remember. Funniest moments, proudest moments. I couldn't believe it. Draw pictures to go along with them. Let's look at some books. Name some of your favorite books, your favorite genres. Why were they your favorite book? And then here you're going to write the title of your absolute favorite book. Maybe you can even try decorating it so that it looks like the actual book that you love. Talk about your specials. What specials did you attend this year, and what were some of your favorite activities? Awesome things we did in science, social studies, math, words that maybe you learned either during spelling or vocab, and name some of your exciting writing pieces that you worked on as well throughout this year. Special events, special experiences that happened throughout your grade, and then you can draw a picture to go along with it. Tell us about some of your friendships that you made throughout this year, or either made or maintained, and tell us about your favorite days throughout the day, or throughout the year, sorry. Keepsake forever. If you could choose one thing to put in a jar to remind you forever of this year, what would you choose? Draw us a picture. What's been going on in your community and around the world? There's plenty going around the world that you can talk about that happened throughout this year. It's been a very eventful school year, so this should be jam-packed. Talking about the pandemic, how did it affect your family, school, and community? This will be interesting one day to look back at if you have kids or grandkids or family members and they're asking you about it because they weren't around during this time. You can tell them all about what life was like during the pandemic. Learning at home versus learning in school. What were the pros and cons? Obviously, you all learned at home throughout this year, but you can compare it to being at school last year. And then here are some extra pages for anything you might also want to add in there. It's up to you. All right, so boys and girls, you have 2 days to work on this, today and tomorrow. So make sure you're taking your time, putting in your best effort, and also really bringing that to life with some color. Tomorrow you'll be turning it in, and you're not going to turn in the whole entire thing. You can turn in pictures of your 3 favorite pages. So I will add that into the instructions. You're going to be uploading 3 pages that were your favorite and sharing those with us so that we can see. Okay? All right, let us know if you have any questions.